Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new video from us at Footy MC. Obviously in this video we're going to be looking at the talking points from the Premier League, obviously look at the results, and also just go on about what our predictions were and see how well we were, because I don't know about you, I thought this weekend's Premier League fixtures were a little bit unpredictable, and we will just go through obviously our predictions and obviously the result from that game. So our first prediction of the weekend was
Arsenal against Aston Villa.
now we both went for an Arsenal win, which of course did happen. They won 3-0. Bit more comprehensive than I thought, but hearing the reviews, unfortunately Aston Villa was suffering from a bit of a stomach bug, so that kind of
That could have attributed to their poor play, I would say.
yeah. So that was prediction number one. Our next prediction was
Burnley against Sunderland.
now that finished again like Burnley's last two games. They finished in draws, and I think if I'm correct, both Sunderland and Burnley are still yet to win a game this season. So it finished 0-0. Our predictions were.
Well, I said Sunderland and you said a draw, so.
So I got that one right. So I picked that one right. Unfortunately, Jay didn't. Next up,
Everton against Crystal Palace.
now to me, I thought this was a bit of a shock. Obviously, our predictions were.
I said Crystal Palace would win, and you said Everton. So
Yeah, I said Everton. I thought Everton would beat Palace. Obviously, Jay got it completely right, which I was surprised.
went for an outside bet on that one and said Crystal Palace, and I was right. So
yes. Next up was probably the game of the weekend. Obviously, if you're a Manchester United supporter, but obviously
Leicester against Manchester United.
Yes,
we were both completely wrong because we both thought Manchester United would win, and it completely just went the other way.
Yeah,
5-3, I believe, was the score.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Leicester did not just beat Manchester United; they beat them 5-3. It was a thrilling game, but obviously, yeah, I'd like to know out there how many of you actually predicted a Leicester win, because I could not see that coming. Just like the Everton Palace, I did not predict Palace to beat Everton, so there was a couple of shocks there. Next up,
Man City against Chelsea.
Yeah, obviously Chelsea sitting top of the Premier League.
We both said that it would be a draw,
and it was 1-1.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know who scored the Man City equaliser after being down to 10 men. None other than
Frank Lampard.
Yeah, so Frank Lampard came. Made equalised and got Man City a point. Next up, we have
Newcastle against Hull.
Yep, Newcastle obviously sitting bottom of the Premier League at the moment. Alan Pardew still under a bit of a fire. They were 2-0 down, and it finished 2-2.
We both said that it would be a Newcastle win, so we were both wrong.
Yeah, so it finished 2-2 there. Next up,
QPR against Stoke. I said that it would be a draw, and you said QPR, so I got that one right.
Yeah, you did.
I think it was 2-2.
It was 2-2, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it could have gone either way, really. I think they've both sort of been there or thereabouts, I think.
Yeah. Next up,
Swansea against Southampton. I said a Swansea win. You said a draw, and we were both wrong.
Yep, Southampton obviously doing fantastically well. They're top of the table. I mean,
second in the table. 10 points though, not bad.
Yeah,
doing really well.
Yeah.
We also have matches: Tottenham against West Brom.
Yeah, another shock from the week.
For us, that was yesterday, and we both said Tottenham win, which we were both wrong.
Yeah, West Brom beat Tottenham 1-0, so a bit of a shock there. Another unpredictable game. Yesterday's game seemed to be a bit unpredictable, didn't they? So
yeah, we also had the West Ham Liverpool match. I said Liverpool, and you said draw, I believe. So we were both wrong.
Yeah.
Again. So bit hit and miss with the results, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But what can you do? It's just the way it goes.
So there you go, guys. That was our predictions. Obviously, as you can see, we didn't particularly do that well. obviously there was a lot of very, very unpredictable matches.
There
Who would have
was.
thought that over this last weekend? I think thoroughly this weekend football league, unless obviously you're a team that have a lot of football Premier League games, unless you're one of those teams, it was quite enjoyable. But
Yeah.
obviously, if you support one of those teams, it wasn't particularly very enjoyable. And we'll be back hopefully on Friday to do another Premier League fixtures predictions video for you.
But in the meantime, you can check out our video, which we will be putting up next, which will be recapping our predictions for the Championship, what the results were over this weekend. The only one we won't be able to review is the Ipswich-Wigan game, which hasn't kicked off yet, so that's the only one that we won't be able to review. We might also be looking at just a couple of the games from the League 1 and League 2 teams, just to see how they've been faring, and we'll just pick some at random and see what happened there, just to give you a bit of an extra, something a bit extra to talk about on that.
So, just to recap, obviously follow us. If you want to leave a comment, if you want to leave a comment below, if you want to leave a comment on Twitter, remember our Twitter is @FootyMC. So, like I said, guys, if you something we haven't talked about or you want to discuss, leave a comment below or tweet us, and we'll look to discuss that in our next video. So we'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.